Are you tired of juggling work, family, and finances and still feel like you're never getting ahead? If so, this video is for you. I'm going to share some stories with you that completely moved me. There were other moms just like you and me who went from stressed out, burnout, overworked to earning a substantial income and absolutely thriving and being able to spend more time with their family. As a mom myself, I know just how fast time goes by and how precious it is. So hearing stories like Lizelle and Cecilia's, where they were able to transform their lives, felt completely relatable to me, and I wanted to share it with you as well. You're going to hear how Lizelle turned her evenings into building income and being able to build her dream house, and how Cecilia went from missing memories with her daughter because of working long hours to transforming her life and being able to spend more time with her daughter while still earning an income. So take a look at these stories and let me know in the comments what part resonates the most with you.
Oh, can you hear me?
Hey,
Awesome. I'm seeing there's so many South Africans in the house. How's it going? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lizelle, and I discovered this while I was having my own beauty business. Actually, during COVID, everything went bad. Everything went sour in my finances, and I just realized in COVID I had to do something different. I also wanted to be at home. I realized life is so freaking short, and I was missing out with time with my children. So I decided during COVID I was going to leave my corporate job, which I did. I went online and I did some courses and I opened up a little beauty salon because I did what I know how. And I started with the beauty salon, but I was working full time, coming home at night, being exhausted, peopled out. If you know what it feels like being peopled out, let me know in the comments. Put a yes if you know what I mean. You don't have energy left for your family at night because you've been working the whole day. Now, here's the thing. What I was doing wasn't bringing in enough money. So I started Googling online, looking for a way to make an income. Time was my biggest issue because I was already working full time. So I didn't have a lot of time to go do another job or put a lot of effort in, and money I did not have. So when I discovered this 2-hour work process, for me, it was an answer to prayer. It was like, oh my goodness, there's finally something, number one, that I can do in 2 hours a day, and number two, that I get paid in dollars for, and I get 100% profit, which meant that the money goes into my bank account. It doesn't go to anyone else, because I was so used to working hard and then a lot of expenses at the end of the month, or a lot of things would take my money, right? But now I get 100% into my bank account. So I started with this journey thinking I was going to still work full time and do this part time. And guys, only amount I wanted to make, I was thinking small. I just wanted to make 20,000 South African Rand a month. That is about $1,200. That was my goal. Yes, I heard everyone was making a lot of money, but to me, it sounded too good to be true because I didn't understand the online digital space. I had to Google what digital marketing was. So here's what happened. I would put in my 2 hours at night. What was nice for me was the step-by-step process. I love it. Give me a recipe. I'll follow it. If I don't do it right, I know something's wrong with the recipe. And that's what I told myself. I'll follow this process to the T. If this doesn't work, it means there's something wrong with the process. Within 5 weeks, I left my full-time beauty business salon, and since then been a stay-at-home mom, work a 2-hour workday. I have made $1 million in 6 months. I'm so far over 1.5 million in 7 months in South African Rand, guys. That is amazing. We just bought our brand new house on the water. A dream come true because I'm a mother of 3 kids. We're a big family. We're a family of 5. And we couldn't afford during COVID to purchase a house. We had to buy a house that was unfinished. And I don't know if you guys ever been disappointed in life. Put a yes if you've been disappointed. I went through a 3-year depression because of finances just sucking the freaking life out of me, man. So since I found this, I couldn't keep quiet. I want every single person to know that you can work smarter. There's a reason you want a better life, because you are made for more. So I just want to encourage you tonight. Just 7 months ago, I was sitting on the other side of this screen, hearing all of these people's amazing testimonies and the amazing stories, thinking to myself, can I do this? Can this also work for me? I had so many fears to fight against. Fear that I was going to lose my money, fear that this is not going to work for me and it all is too good to be true. But I decided to make a choice because I was too scared to stay in the situation that I was in. So I would rather take the fear of trying something new. And I'm so glad I did. And if you are from South Africa, $900 sounds like a lot for the legacy builder, but you only spend it once and thereafter you earn in dollars, my friend. So, I mean, just do the math. I made $1 million in 6 months and I only invested once. You've got absolutely nothing to lose because not only are you going to learn the skills to make money online, you're going to learn to promote, you're going to learn to market, you're going to learn skills that you can apply anywhere in life. If you start with the legacy builder, maybe later on you want to create your own digital product, maybe you want to market your own other business. These are the skills that you're going to learn, and this is just amazing because it's live and interactive. You're not going to be left on your own. Such an honor to always share my story. It's such an honor. Thank you so much.
So share with them how many South African millionaires there are now.
We've got eight South African millionaires. And guys, if you are not from South Africa is considered a very poor country. People are struggling. People are skeptical. They've been disappointed. They are busy changing their generational wealth. It's so amazing to see them stand up, take control of their life, and changing their generational wealth completely. It's mind-blowing. It started with one person, Cecilia, who was our very first millionaire. And I just say, like, she's having babies all over the place because we are just popping up everywhere.
It's kind of one of those situations. If she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. And that's what I love for everybody listening to us right now, because there's nothing that I've done or you've done that they can't do.
Yeah, there's an interesting story if I can share this. I was on the 7th Millionaires live the other night, and one of the ladies that purchased from her, two of them actually, said they were all checking her out, thinking, because she's a Black lady, thinking that she's oh, let's see if she's going to make it. She probably needs some special skills to be able to do this. And they saw her go. They saw her make $1 million. And that the one on that live said, this is why we're doing it now. And we actually regret that we didn't join sooner because we would also be there already. So it's just amazing.
So I'm Cecilia Jacobs, and I'm all the way from South Africa as well, like Michelle said. And 15 months ago, I started out with this as a small town Messina mama. I don't know if anybody knows where Messina is. It's close to the Zim border. And I started out with this working 15 hours a day in my salon. I was extremely overworked. I was underpaying myself. I have never been as broke as I was at that moment, but I was desperately looking for a way out. I was tired of, missing out on lunch with my daughter, dinner with my daughter. And the day before I got started with this actually happened where I was booked with a bridal party and I had a nice bridezilla with me right there. And that morning I rushed to drop my daughter off at school. That afternoon I needed to rush again and she was 5 minutes late and I snapped at her. So what made that day so impactful is the fact that I'm also an angel mummy of 2 little boys that's up in heaven. And I promised myself with my daughter that I will make time to spend with her. She will have my time. And that specific day, I realized I was going down a rabbit hole very quickly. I was working all the time that I had. I was working it out and never getting time to spend with my child. And when she was teary, I knew that, she had a bad day at school and I didn't have the time to spend with her. So the next morning, 5 a.m., as any mother's only time that they have available, I was consuming a little bit of TikTok. I was on TikTok. I was looking at, funnies. I wanted to see some funny animals, funny babies, anything funny. I was just consuming to get to a happy place. And I came across Michelle O'Neill. And when I looked at that post and she was talking about the 2-hour workday and earning in dollars, my first question was, will this work in South Africa? And immediately at that moment, I decided, flip this. What if this works in South Africa? And I entered with the automated system, I entered my email address and I immediately started getting information. I jumped onto one of these webinars And I learned about the 5 simple steps. And I realized, at the age of 42, I'm not too old to do this. And also that those 2 hours, I can literally fit into the nooks and crannies of my day. Literally at 10 minutes here, 5 minutes there. That is how I built this. 6 weeks in, I woke up to my very first payment that I received. And I was immediately blown away thinking, this works. It was like literally dollars in my PayPal account. So I don't know if you've ever tried anything online, games, surveys, and all those type of things where you have put in the hours, but the dollars they promised never hit your PayPal, never hit your bank account. So when that money was in my PayPal, I was like, this works. Well, 2 hours later, I was doing a client's nails, and doing a set of nails would take about 2 hours, 20 minutes, depending on the art they want. And I was sitting doing that client's nails for 280 Rand, and another $300 sale came in. And because of automations, I didn't need to do anything. And at that moment, I realized I'm onto something. I'm literally onto something, because I just made, in South African money, I just made over 5,000 Rand. And I didn't need to do anything other than the 2-hour workflow that I was following. Listen, 4 weeks after that, I made my first 6 figures in South African rands. I made 145,000 Rand that month. Money I've never seen, having my own 2 brick and mortar businesses, working for a boss. I've never had clean profit like that in my bank account. 6 months later, I was a millionaire. 7 months, sorry. 7 months later, I was a millionaire. But within the first 5 months, I was out of debt. I replaced a pre-car with a new car that I could buy cash, and I flipped my zip code to my dream destination. I've always wanted to live near the ocean. Now I get to see the ocean every single day. It's 15 months later. I only work 2 hours a day. I don't have the salon anymore. I get to spend my time with my daughter, with my family. I get to take beach walks. I get to live life on my terms, because I've learned the skills to stop trading my time for money and actually use automations and make 100% profit instead of working my butt off for somebody else's dream. So I'm not here to convince you. I just want you to know one thing tonight. Anything that I can do, you can do better. I bet you can do it better. But anybody can do this. Anybody. The internet does not judge.
You might be thinking, I don't have the skills or the time to do something like this. But neither did these moms when they got started either, and they still succeeded. The reason why that is because they found a course that taught them step by step exactly what to do to build their business and earn an online income. And you can too. If you are just as inspired as I was when you heard these stories, then go check out the link below in my description. It's going to give you access to a free guide that walks you step by step through what this process looks like. I don't know if it's for you or not, but what do you have to lose by checking it out? It's completely free just to download the guide. If you want more tips on digital marketing, stay tuned for the next video on your screen.